Hey guys, Magnus here, bringing you another video on another dead Walking Dead comic book character. This time we'll be looking at Jim, mechanic and member of the Atlanta camp survivors. Jim is of course male. He is played by no one. He is 41 years old and he first appeared in issue 2. Before the outbreak, Jim was born in 1962 and seemed to be somewhat close to his mother, his sister, her husband, and their 3 daughters. He worked as a mechanic until he met his wife, where they had both a son and daughter, where he remained to work as a mechanic. When the outbreak began, Jim was unaware at first and watched his boss turn into a walker. Jim managed to escape the city, but his family were sadly not as lucky. He witnessed the death of his mother, sister, brother-in-law, his 3 nieces, his wife, his son and daughter. They shielded him when they were attacked, so he was the only one of his family who made it out alive. He soon found the Atlanta camp survivors and joined the group. However, he remained a quiet, reserved member, traumatized by the events that happened to his family. In Volume 1, Jim is first seen eating from a tin when Rick reunites with Lori and Carl. He later relocated to eating his tin by the RV. Jim is seen rushing to the scene where the women have a close call with a zombie, and he sees the zombie head that's still alive. Glenn and Rick come to Jim when they want to know where they can find some gun stores. Jim gives them an address, and that's where the 2 men head. Jim takes part in the gun shooting lessons and eats at the camp, revealing to Rick he was a mechanic before the outbreak. During the attack on the camp, Jim shoots zombies and then gets tackled by one zombie. He beats it to death with his gun, blaming it for killing his family. It's possible this particular walker may have actually been one of the zombies to consume his family. Shane stops Jim, telling him that the zombie is dead. Jim is then revealed to have been bitten by that zombie. However, he tells the group that it's just a scratch. Jim attends Amy's funeral the next day and remarks that she was a nice and pretty girl, and that she didn't deserve to die. Jim begins to burn up and is placed in a tent. He talks to Donna while she puts a cold compress on him. Donna visits Jim, where he reveals to her that he knows that he's going to die, and he knows what he wants. He wants to be left on the side of the road to turn. The group bring him to a secluded spot in the woods, and he says he definitely wants this and hopes to find his family as a zombie one day. The group leave him in the woods, where presumably Jim later turns into a walker. Jim is never seen again, and it's possible he's still roaming around to this day, or it's possible a survivor eventually found his walker and put him down. I like to think that he did find his zombie family at some point though. In the show, Jim plays pretty much the same role. He gets bitten on the torso instead of the arm, but he is left alone to turn to be with his family. The one different aspect to Jim is he doesn't have this weird breakdown in the show like he does in the comics, and in the show he has these weird dreams about the attacks and digs graves. Yeah, I wasn't a huge fan of that stuff. Jim was a reserved character and didn't do much, but he was another face to die. I wish we learned a bit more about him, and he served as a traumatic view of what happened to people. Like, he lost everything, and he likely felt guilty for all of it. I liked Jim for as long as he lasted though. Anyway, tell me your thoughts on Jim, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.